Welcome everyone to Tech Savvy Tips with Mareeba Shire Council. My name is William and today we'll be showing you how to use Bolinda Box for eBooks and eAudiobooks and RB Digital for eBooks, eAudiobooks and eMagazines. So first of all, we're going to jump over to the Mareeba Library webpage. So it's as simple as doing a Google search for Mareeba Library or entering in our web address off your library card if you have it handy. Once you've searched for Mareeba Library on Google, we will be the first search result that you see there. When our web page loads, just scroll on down to Online Catalogue and select that. In our catalogue, you'll see we have a variety of resources available, but for today, we're focusing on e-resources. Under the e-resources tab, you'll see that we've got Bolinda Digital eBooks, Bolinda Digital eAudiobooks, RB Digital eBooks, eAudio and eMagazines, Canopy, which is an online films and freelance films platform, Lynda, which is an online learning platform, Good Reading Online magazine, Spine Out and PK magazines, and the National Geographic database. But for today, we will be focusing on the top 3. So for people using Apple devices, you'll want to pop over to the App Store. People using Android devices, you'll want to go to Google Play and search for BorrowBox. In your search results, you should see an app called BorrowBox Library. It has a green icon with what looks like a book in a speech bubble. Select Download or Get if you're using Apple. Accept any app permissions. Once your app is downloaded, select Open. You're greeted with the sign-in page, and the first thing you have to do is enter your library. So if we select the word library and we begin typing Mareeba, you'll see that Mareeba Shire Council Library comes up, so you want to select that one. Then you have to enter in your library ID and PIN. For most library users, your library ID is your library card number, but if you have a custom set ID, you'll want to use that. For any issues with library IDs or PINs, please feel free to contact the Mareeba Library staff on 40864622 or the Kuranda Library staff on 40939185. But those numbers will be at the end of the tutorial. So we're going to pop our library ID in here. So just remember guys, with your library card number, it is a capital M and a capital C. Okay, and we select sign in once those details are in. Now, if it's your first time setting up BorrowBox, you will have to agree to the terms and conditions. You'll have to input an email address. So I'm just going to pop in the Mareeba Library email address. You don't have to put in a display name. You can choose whether you would like to receive newsletters from your library or any emails from BorrowBox. Otherwise, select Done. Once the app has successfully signed in, you'll get a few brief tips: how to find the best content easily, featured products, borrow faster, borrow instantly, download faster and listen faster, reinvented listening again, bedtime stories, and listen faster. There are more tips available there, but feel free to go through those at your own leisure. For now, I'm going to select Skip. So with BorrowBox, you do have access to 5 eAudiobooks and 5 eBooks at any time, and that does include any items you have on reserve. Okay. So for today, I'm going to do a quick run on how to borrow an ebook and download it, borrow an e-audiobook and download it, and reserve an item. So we're just going to use the little bar down the bottom, menu bar down the bottom, to select eBooks. I'm just going to select any random book. Today I'm going to choose a children's book, The 13-Story Treehouse by Andy Griffiths. And as you see, you get two options there. You've got preview or borrow. You can also scroll down to read a little bit about the item, check if it's in a series, or find more by that author. But for now, I'm just going to go borrow and confirm loan. So it does say, would you like to read now or keep browsing? If you would like to read now, select read now. If you want to select keep browsing, you can choose to do that as well. When you're finished with a book, you can select back to My Loans, which will take you back to the My Loans screen. We're now going to have a look at eAudiobooks. So much the same as an ebook, find what you're looking for, select it, scroll down, have a bit of a read, preview, or borrow. Now when you hit that borrow button, it will give you a little blurb saying that you have X amount of loans left available. Now with eBooks, you can actually download them before you go out and about. Okay, it is quite handy, and with Apple devices, it does do it automatically. With Android, you do have to select to download those options. Okay. Now we're going to try and find an item that is on reserve. Okay, so we're going to go to eBooks. And let's see if we can find, oh perfect, right here. My Dark Vanessa is currently on loan and isn't available till the 28th of May. So when we select that one, we see that instead of the green borrow button, we've got an orange reserve button. And when you select that and go confirm reserve, you will see in your My Loans screen that you now only have 3 ebooks available because you've got one on loan and one on reserve. So that in a nutshell is how to use the Bolinda BorrowBox app. So now I will show you how to access RB Digital for eBooks, eAudiobooks and eMagazines. So we'll go back over to the library catalogue and we're going to tap under the e-resources, RB Digital. It will open a new window in your internet browser. Okay. It is easier to register from the web browser, but you can also do it from the app. Today we're going to do it from the web browser. So we choose register. You do get to, with RB Digital, choose your own username and password. You do have to enter in your library card, and you have to provide basic details like your first and last name and an email address. So we're just going to do that quickly here. I'm going to choose to use my Tech Savvy Tips library card as the username because it's just going to be easier for today. Just remember, once again, if you have any issues with your account information, like your library card and things like that, please feel free to contact the Mareeba Library and Coranda Library staff. Okay, sorry about the bit of silence there, guys. Had to use all my concentration to make sure I got things right there. Last thing you'll have to do is select your library. So just use that little drop-down box and select Mareeba Library and go. You also have to accept the terms and conditions, so tick that little box and go register. So once you've registered, it's going to give you a little bit of information about RB Digital. Have a little read through that if you'd like. For today, we're going to use the menu bar on the left hand side, and we're going to have a look at what options they've got there. So they've got audiobooks, magazines. So let's have a look at maybe a magazine. Okay, we have a lot of eMagazine titles available there, so feel free to have a browse. Let's select the Australian Geographic as an example. You can go through and select that one with checkout. Okay, so once again it gives you the option to keep browsing or read now. I'm going to select read now. Once again, opens in a new window in your web browser. Okay, and it is as simple as using the arrow on the left or the right side to change pages, or swiping to the left and right. When you're finished reading that one, you'll want to just close that tab off with the little X in the top left or right corner of your tab. Takes you back to the main screen. Okay, if you're totally finished with that one, you could even select the return option, and that will return that. Same process for if you're looking at an eAudiobook. Okay, you could use the search icon to the top right hand side beside help, or have a little scroll through, see what tickles your fancy. Okay. As a last resort today, I will show you how to download the RB Digital app. So once again, if you're working on an Apple device, you'll want to head on over to the App Store. If you're working on an Android device, you'll want to head over to Google Play and simply search RB Digital. The RB Digital app is a red icon with a white R and B in the center. So once again, select download or get and accept any app permissions. And select open once it's downloaded. So it does open in a portrait position, and you can select login or you can select register. Because we've created an account, we're just going to select login. It will ask you to select what country you're from. Obviously, we are Australia. Enter your username or email. And select next. It will then ask you to input your password. Just remember guys, when you set up your account, ensure that your email is correct, because if you do need to do a password reset, it will send the email to the email you've inputted. So if you've put it in wrong, it's going to be a little bit hard. So the app appears pretty much the same as what it is in the internet browser. You've still got the menu bar there to the top left. You can have a look at audiobooks, magazines, what you've got checked out. You can have a look at your account, or you can log the app out. Okay. So thank you very much guys for joining us today on Tech Savvy Tips. We look forward to seeing you next time we do a video. Have a great day guys. Bye.